Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Breadchuck loaded after accident on Spanish Town Road. A national bakery truck was loaded Thursday after it overturned along Spanish Town Road in St. Andrew. The truck was raided by residents of the nearly Riverton Meadows community as it laid along the roadway. Two videos of the incident have been posted on social media. The St. Andrew police confirmed that there was an accident involving the truck. No injuries were reported. One video shows several people surrounding the truck, some taking bread while others forced their way inside. A woman was heard asking the people if they were going to destroy the bread truck. A woman, upon seeing someone recording the video, hid her face with a crocus bag she had in her hand. In the other video, a policeman is seen standing near the truck, but this didn't stop some of the people from stretching under it and taking bread. We are making progress in Gabriel King probe, says Ellis. Senior Superintendent of Police Vernon Ellis of the St. James Police Division is reassuring the public that investigations into the shocking murder of 9-year-old Gabriel King are progressing steadily despite the apparent lack of new information on the case. While addressing Thursday's monthly meeting at the St. James Municipal Corporation, Ellis said that the information which is revealed to the public has to be delivered in a way that will not compromise the police investigations. When you are doing sensitive investigations, the information cannot run parallel to the investigation because all times, if you are doing that, you are going to interfere with the investigation. So, we are at sensitive points and we need the assistance of the public. We come out and put things inside of the public domain and we request that type of support, Ellis told councillors and other attendees at the meeting. I must say to you that this matter is one of those that has been given the highest level of attention. We are making inroads, maybe not at the pace that the public would love, because if we are making inroads at this pace, somebody would be in cuffs now, he reasoned. However, as the lines of inquiry and reviews are being conducted in a systematic way, Ellis added. He was responding to questions from the government Senator Charles Sinclair, the St. James Municipal Council for the Montego Bay Northeast Division, who voiced concern about the lack of regular updates in the case of young King's brutal murder. Persons in St. James and outside of St. James have expressed to me about the lack of information or reports in relation to the death of the 9-year-old who was a challenged child. There is a lack of information to the public as to the state of the investigation, and there are comments coming in that the police are having difficulty getting information from some institutions, Sinclair lamented. Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime Fitzbailey had previously revealed that investigators were faced with challenges in relation to the case following King's abduction and murder on January 13. King, who was developmentally challenged, was abducted from his mother along the Tuckamane Road in St. James after she was reportedly carjacked by assailants who dragged her from her motor car and took the vehicle with the child still in the back seat. King was later found with his throat slashed at the rear of the vehicle, which was found abandoned off the Fairfield Main Road in Montego Bay. In the meantime, Ellis urged the public to refrain from making assumptions or drawing conclusions about the case, even as he urged residents to provide whatever information they may have to help the authorities to make a breakthrough. I do not want to start a trial in the public domain. All we ask is that persons respectfully allow us to carry out this investigation, said Ellis. This is not a normal crime. When persons start killing our kids, this is something serious that we have to take a look at, he stated. Police Army form new anti-gang task force. The leadership of the police and army on Friday revealed that the country has a new joint anti-gang task force and said that after only 1 week in operation, it has reaped success with the seizure of 7 illegal firearms, the arrest of 20 people for criminal activities, and the disruption of an illegal alcohol operation that was funding a gang. Additionally, the task force seized 1,200 pounds of compressed ganja. The way the joint tasks work, none of these were achieved only by themselves. We work along with the Lottery Scam Task Force, and we work with CTOC's Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch and territorial police in the various divisions and areas. It gives them far more capacity when they need it to deal with the situation that can become or are highly violent, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson said at the official launch of the task force at the Jamaica Constabulary Force Specialized Operation Branch Headquarters in Kingston on Friday. The task force was designed to ensure a safer and more secure future for all Jamaicans and to focus on the dismantling of gangs, which have proven to be the main perpetrators of violent crimes, and news released from the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF and Jamaica Defense Force JDF stated on Friday. Anderson stressed that the plan to establish the task force began with recruiting enough cops who were trained to work seemingly with the JDF as well as in highly volatile environment. As part of that, we have recruited some 70 young Jamaicans who had gone through the Jamaica National Service Corps. They were highly trained for a year or so as soldiers, and then recruited them and ran them through the entire police training program. So these are qualified soldiers, qualified police officers, and they make up part of the task force and are familiar and comfortable with both the military environment and policing environment, he said. We are determined that Jamaican people are going to be safe. We are going to take back these guns that are out there. We are going to put a large dent in this firearm business in Jamaica, the commissioner added, noting that 90% of murders this year have been committed with illegal firearms. At the same time, Chief of Defense Staff Rear Admiral Antoinette Williams Gorman stressed that the intention of the Army Forces is to create a safer Jamaica through the joint initiative. Imagine a Jamaica where the threat of gang is not causing you or your children to cover under your beds at night, where there is no extortion, and where children can play freely. There are over 70,000 men and women in the JDF who can come from communities just like yours, and they want to know that their families are safe when they are working to protect you, she said. Williams Gorman emphasized that in addition to other methods being employed to address the threats faced by the nation, the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force will bring focused attention to gangs perpetrating violent crimes across the island. The new task force comes as the government increases its thrust to rid the streets of illegal guns and ammunition and arrest people found in possession of them under a monetary reward program announced on February 4 by Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The target is to establish $250 million in a fund that will significantly increase the reward for information leading to the recovery of illegal firearms, and even more reward for information providing that leading to the arrest of persons involved with or in possession of illegal firearms, the Prime Minister told guests at the official opening of St. Andrews Meadows Health and Recreational Centre on Olympic Way in St. Andrew West Central constituency. We started to make arrangements for that provisioning of the funds, and we will be asking for private sector support, he said, adding that the establishment of the fund will dramatically change the incentive structure because people know where the guns are. All you have to do is pick up your phone and call Crime Stop, and you could get anywhere from $250,000 and $500,000 depending on the gun. Opposition wants government to urgently evacuate Jamaicans from Ukraine. The opposition is urging the government to urgently evacuate Jamaicans, including students in Ukraine, now the center of geopolitical tension with Russia. The opposition says it is gravely concerned about a possible imminent invasion by Russia as diplomatic efforts towards a peaceful settlement by the United States, Germany, France, and others waned. Undoubtedly, with the commencement of the war, the skies will be closed to commercial traffic. The chaos with such an event will see hundreds of thousands of people internally displaced within conflict zones, potentially engulfing the entire country, said Lisa Hanna, the opposition spokesperson on foreign affairs and foreign trade. The government has been encouraging Jamaicans in Ukraine to prepare to evacuate if necessary. She said the opposition is paying close attention to the situation and is expecting that the government will prioritize the safety of Jamaicans in Ukraine. Hot stepper. Jamaica's multi-world championships medalist Danielle Williams continued to plunder the women's 60-meter hurdles after running a new personal best and were leading 7.75 seconds at Tigers Park Invitational at Clemson University in South Carolina on Friday. Williams, who extended her winning streak to 3 straight events, took over the world lead from American Kendra Harrison, who had run 7.81 seconds in a month ago. Williams also took over the second spot on the all-time Jamaican list only 1/100th of a second behind Michelle Freeman's national record, 7.74 seconds, and tied the 12th at the time in the world. The former World Championships gold medalist ran 8.12 seconds in the first round and then 7.86 seconds in the semifinals before blowing away the field in the final. Linstead bar operator shot dead. Detectives in the St. Catherine North Police Division are investigating the murder of a woman in Time and Patience District in Linstead Friday evening. Carlin Weasel, a bar operator, was shot dead by gunmen sometime after 6 p.m. She is the second woman to be shot by gunmen in the rural community in 36 hours and the third murdered in St. Catherine in 2 weeks. On Thursday, gunmen shot and injured a 44-year-old woman in the rural township. Meanwhile, on Saturday, February 5th, the body of 44-year-old Nicola, a mother of 4, was discovered in bushes near a cane field in Cheesefield instead about 8:30 a.m. 2 days earlier, 63-year-old Murdelyn Sullivan was shot to death in an apparent home invasion in Boxing Town, also in Linstead. Her husband was wounded in the incident. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.